Alrighty, good morning guys. Well, I'm over here at the next project, and what we're doing basically is gonna put a mechanic shop in here. You can see, but there's a slope here, and the white flags I put out, just trying to map off different areas to have the owner look at it and see exactly where he would want it, trying to find the flattest spot as possible. But I think ultimately what I'm going to end up by doing, and I talked this over with the landowner, they wanted to build a pad, just build it up and kind of go from there. But if I remember correctly, it's been 2 or 3 months since I've been out here and put these flags, but I think over there in front of the loader is 30 some inches low for the dimension of the building. So my goal is to go in here and cut this out and drop this whole thing down. So that's my goal. We'll see what happens. I'm sure things can potentially change as the job progresses. The city put in the culvert here, and so I'll have to do a little reworking on that, and then I'll tie into it as well and continue on with the drive. And like I said, the building's going to sit right in front of the loader. And what I'm going to do is go in and make some shots today. I don't know if I'll get much done today. I'd like to at least get some dirt moved today, but I want to at least cut it down 18 inches, or about half of the depth of the pad, so I can get the building down lower. Ultimately, I'd like to take it all the way down to the depth of the pad. So in other words, start over in here, cut it all the way down, and then just slope it back and open all this up. But I don't know if we'll get to do that or not. If I can shoot it and at least get the east end of the building set down 18 inches, 20 inches, that'll help considerably with what I've got to do on this end here. And it'll just set the whole building down, make it a little bit more presentable. I am gonna have to, for the sake of water issues, go in and slope this all the way around behind the building and make sure get a nice slope so that water will run off behind the building. So the entry into the building is going to be actually here on the east side, so I've got to be able to clear back enough so they can swing in there to get inside the building. So I may in fact have to push this building back further this way a little bit, we'll see. But just gonna have to do a bunch of shooting with the laser to see how it's all gonna lay in here. So anyway, I don't know if one of my flags, I was thinking one of my flags was over in here someplace inside the brush, or it was at one time. Somebody may have pulled them. Somebody probably pulled them. Try these, but you can get an idea of the building. It's a 30 by 40, 40 by 50. I can't remember. I'll have to look now. But you can kind of get an idea. Like I said, man, if I can keep it down to this area here, would be sweet. But I don't think I can. Or I'll have to cut a bunch out of here. This area here and that area over there where these other flags are at is pretty well the same grade. So I mean, we're pretty well flat across here, but I'll be lowering this down over here in this area. So I may in turn have to end up by taking this down here as well and then sloping that back up. We may have an abundance of topsoil. I think there's going to be quite a bit of topsoil here, so I'll probably have to come in and even dig this lower side out and get some clay in here to build this back up. But anyway, there's a timeline on this one. He's put a deposit down on a red iron building, so we've got to get started on this. I've been so busy, and the weather has kind of kept me from really doing what I need to do on this. So anyway, we're gonna see what we can get done here. So anyway, all right, we'll get started here in just a second. All righty. Cut in here, and like I said, I'll have to bring the 850 back out here, and it's on the job site. I haven't been able to get finished up because of the weather, so I've got to go. I hate to pull it off of there, but I don't have much of a choice. Alright guys, we're back out here. I just worked about 4 hours yesterday. You can kind of see this is the width-wise is the dimensions of the building. I've got to cut longer for my slope and stuff, but I'm gonna start cutting the back side of this out, cutting this topsoil off, piling it. Because I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need some room back here on the back side of this building. For my slope and stuff, so. Good topsoil here, so I'm just going to strip it off and kind of start working in, or I can kind of start getting the slope going. You know, this job's one of them that you just never know. You just never know how much topsoil you got. And like I said, it's unusual for us this far of the country to have a tremendous amount of topsoil, so it's just kind of a crapshoot on how much topsoil you got. So it's really kind of hard to tell somebody what that project's going to cost, you know, for this very reason. I didn't expect almost 2 foot of topsoil back here. This is a by-hour job. I didn't bid this. I've known these people for a long time, trying to kind of help save them a little bit of money. But I called them and told them that I'm going to have to move a lot more dirt than what I originally thought. So, you know, the price is going to go up. And I mean, they were understood. They were gracious enough. They were gracious enough to understand, and that I can't possibly see in the ground, you know, to see how much dirt is in the ground or how much topsoil is there. So I'm gonna have to, it's a good dirt pile here. I'm gonna have to start. I don't want to put a bunch of clay in here. This back here is a clay mix dirt, so kind of starting up the hill here a little bit. There's only about a foot of topsoil here, 10 inches or so. That's what I'm saying. You just think you never know. That I use to extend this pad out with, that you see that's coming out of here, it's wet. It's really sticky clay, and I think it'll be fine, but it's kind of wet. So yesterday, I kind of bumped it up a little bit, but if you take it and squeeze it, man, it packs up real good. So I think it'll be fine once it dries up a little bit. Alrighty guys, well, getting back with you here. Kind of see how everything's looking so far. I'm gonna do a bunch of shooting yet with the laser, and you know, then I'll have to bring the 850 back and tune things. But anyway, you kind of get an idea how things are going. I'm gonna crawl up on here, knock his pile down. Try not to fall off the edge. Because I don't know how long this is gonna be sitting here. So knock her down, that way it'll shed water a little bit better. Well, if you can see anything or not, the dang sun right in her face, ain't it? Man, turn around the other way. Bring in some clay to finish the pad up. I did not like what was in there that I could use. I found little pockets here and there that were decent enough, but I'm not gonna put some tramp down and have a bad building. Anyway, I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to bring in some from my clay pile. I know it's good clay and I won't have any problems, so. I'll have to get the 850 on here to fine tune this and slope these sides and stuff. Just do that so the water will run off. If you leave it all just piled up without sloping it and stuff, what happens is the water will set on top of it, get down in it, and then it has to be really dry before you can get it out. Then when you go to haul it, you know, if it's not dry, then it sticks in the bed. Like I said, I'll get the 850 up here to slope these sides and pack that in, and that way, you know, it'll be ready for the haul out of here for topsoil. Which I've already had people hit me up already, so they won't have any problem getting rid of it. Biggest thing for me selling it is I can't move the machine over here for one load. So normally what I have to do is get several loads together before I can, you know, before I can move the machine over here. So that's the only downside. All I need to do is dive this sucker off on its side. Like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time. I've got to bring the 850 anyway. Off-road scooter. I guarantee you I'm gonna catch crap from somebody about the way that I moved this topsoil to where it is now. Yeah, I could have got back there and pushed it this way, but I would have been done so blind. In other words, I wouldn't have been able to tell real good. It would have been much more difficult for me to judge my depth and whether I'm getting clay mixed in with it or not. So that's why I did it the way that I did it, and just cutting it and carrying it over here. It only took me less than an hour to move all that. So would I have gained some time to put, you know, just straight pushing it? Yeah, but again, I probably wouldn't have got it near as clean as what it is now. So anyway, that's why I did it. Not only that, I did because the camera angle as well. So anyway, I'm gonna get out and do some shots with the laser. I've got just about all I can do for today. Like I said, I'm gonna bring a few loads of clay in here to make sure and get the good clay on that pad. And I'm sure I'm gonna have to adjust this. I'm sure. One of these days I'm gonna get a new door latch, so that thing doesn't sound so crappy, rattling. Crucial for me to get these slopes right around this building. For one, I don't want water standing, and for two, the water's got to get out of here with these slopes going towards the building. The water's got to be able to get out of here. So latch is wore out and it's loose, so it rattles like crazy. Now we're facing in the dang sun again. Alrighty guys, we'll go ahead and get on out of here. Just kind of the overview, kind of what we done today. Moved a lot of dirt, lots of dirt. I've still got to bring some clay in. I didn't like what I got out of here. There's some that was okay, that I was comfortable with, but the majority of it I wasn't, so it just went in the pile over here. I'm not gonna take a chance on a pad settling really bad. Because I mean, this here's, you can see it's, I mean, it's sticky, so I'm okay with this. It was really extremely wet, as you can kind of tell here, so it kind of started moving and pumping just a little bit, so I stayed off of it as much as I could today. Like I said, there was just little cells here and there that had, you know, usable clay in it, you know, like this here. It just needs to set a while, but I've got to extend that pad out over here to this flag. You know, here's some more I found that was pretty decent. It's going to be hard once it sets up, but that flag, that my pad will come out all the way to my flag. and it's going to go all the way. You can see where I kind of cut this at, because I had marked my 40 foot, so I went through here and cut this. So that's basically the end of the pad. It's a 30 by 40, and I got my rough slopes in. I'll have to check this height here in comparison. I don't want the water to all run this way and stand. I want a little bit of slope coming away, but I want it away from the building as well, so we can, because this all has to be gravelled. So you know, you're going to have a 3 inches of gravel on that pad, and then plus a 4-inch slab. So that's what I'm shooting for, and just to make sure that we got water. You know, we got a slope coming this way, and we got a little bit of a slope coming this way, and then we're sloped this way to turn it around the building and dump it out back here. So, you know, that's where I'll bring the 850 in and get this fine tuning done, because this has to be right, or like I said, we're going to have water coming and standing, and it's going to be a mess. And then this here, I cut all that topsoil off, and my hopes are, because they're going to have a parking area out here, I'll have to wait and see if I can turn some of this or build a swell. I'm going to have to take, I don't know if you can see it right there, dang son, I'm going to have to go ahead and cut that off right in here. Come where that slick spot's at, I've got to go ahead and take that on off. There's kind of humped right there. I got to get that cut out of there. And then I may have to end up by, we'll see how the pad all lays in. I may have to end up by, you know, bringing a little bit more clay in just to slope a little bit. But if I can turn water this direction as well and take it across the gravel without washing the gravel out, then I'd be okay with that as well. We need everything going there. Right in here is a transition point, kind of like right in here. So we got to slope this way, and then it's sloping this way, which we're going to try to take it to that ditch. Hopefully that ditch will handle it. The city put in that culvert, and they probably should have put it a little bit deeper. So I'll have to see how that's all gonna lay in there and play out and all that. So I may have to do some adjustment, make some adjustment there. We may have to make some adjustment further down the ditch, but again, there's a 6-inch main in that ditch line, so we can't get too crazy. I'll show you this. Dang son. There's actually a concrete culvert that's under the road, just to show you how much this ditch is filled in. There's the discharge right there. You can see how much this freaking ditch is filled in. This all needs to come out of here and go that direction, but like I said, you can see a fire hydrant right up there. That main runs, well, you can kind of see in the area here, the blue paint, it kind of runs right through there. So you'd really be digging right over that main. Don't know how deep it is. So, but you know, that's not going to do any good. That thing's going to fill up, I guess, the backwater up over there. So this needs to be cleaned out. We'll see what they do on what they decide on that. But like I said, man, looks like screwing up all the gravel here, huh? Back up here with the track loader. screwed all the gravel up. Kind of looks crappy. But anyway, the lay of the ditch, the culvert should have been probably moved over a little bit. I'm going to try and see what I can do. I need the water to come in this way. I don't want the water to jump out and come over on our project. So I got to play around with this a little bit and see what I can do to keep the water from being an issue, and it needs to come in here. I don't know if we'll have to redo this, have to have them take that out. We'll cut this ditch. I don't know. I won't know until I get to shooting again and with the laser and see. But anyway, a reminder, and I've talked about it, ConExpo 2023, March 14th through the 18th in Las Vegas. We're going to be there. I've always wanted to go, never had an opportunity, so we're going to go this year. And if everything goes like was originally set up, I'll be doing an interview with Cabelco, one of their reps at the Cabelco booth, and looking forward to that. That'll be fun, and we're gonna hopefully meet up with some other YouTubers out there. Some of them I haven't met, you know, some of them I have. Maybe we can do some interviews and see how that all plays out. So anyway, shirts. I know I keep saying shirts, but you haven't seen them. I think I actually, yeah, I've got one on. You can't see the back. This happens to be a long sleeve one, but we also had a few hoodies made up, and they look really cool as well. So let me know what you think about that. So it'd be something you'd be interested in, let me know. We'll make it happen. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave comments, ring that notification bell, and that way you know when I post a new video. Also follow me on Instagram, and that's at DirtDaddy953, because there'll be pictures of this job on Instagram. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Go home, eat a little dinner. So anyway, guys, we'll catch you later. Thanks.